Hey, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to Life Mastery Decoded, where I help you decode the struggles in your life in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality with mind mastery, emotional management, and meditation. Welcome to today's podcast. Hey, ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode, where I hope I am finding you easily and powerfully speaking your desires into existence. Last night we had our first Sister Circle of 2022, the year of the twos. And if you know anything about numerology, twos, especially in repeated 2022, it's going to be a very powerful year for you. Some change, some perspective shifts should happen in order for this change to take place and to be amazing in your life. This is the year of receiving, the year of renewal, the year of change, the year of prosperity. But if you keep living the same way you're living, it doesn't matter what year it is, you're going to get the same result. So this is where today we are going to talk about how our words are important, but, which I talked about a couple of days ago in a podcast, but I'm going to give you an acronym that is going to help you to have this framework for using your words. You can't wake up in the morning and say, I hate my job, and then expect to have a really good day. I hate that I don't have any money in my bank account, and then have money flow to you easily. So we're going to talk about how to become more present moment thinking and using your words on purpose, with purpose, so your desires start to take shape and come into fruition. The ultimate goal is to be able to state your desire, flow energy towards your desire, and grow it. Remember, if you've listened to a couple of podcasts, you've heard me talk about the garden and the hose and the water, and that's like life force energy. If you put a garden together, it doesn't matter if the seeds and the soil and the fertilizer are so amazing, top notch. If you don't flow energy towards your garden, if you don't water it, if you don't give it sunlight, it's not going to grow. Your desires are the same way. We have to grow them. You have to think of your desire as a garden and seeds. And our energy that we flow to it are our words and the way we think about it and the way we talk about our desire. I came up with this acronym. This is creating powerful intentions or powerful affirmations, though I like intentions better because to me intentions can be different, said differently, and affirmations is like one word statement. And so this isn't about just creating, not a one word, but a short statement. Intentions are our energy, our commitment, our dedication to something, where an affirmation is the words you choose. So it's kind of a combination of both. But the word power is the acronym. And so I like using acronyms because I think it really helps people to remember what the tools are that I'm talking about, but it also kind of relates to what it is that you're creating. So I'm going to create a powerful intention, and I'm going to use the 5-letter word power to create that intention. The very first thing in the word power is for your intention to be positive and present moment. So this isn't something that we state in the future. I will be a millionaire someday. That's a future tense. We want it to be present moment. So and we'll get through this because I know as I'm about to say it, I know what you're going to say. I am a millionaire. Most of us can't say that without feeling the resistance, or in this case, the lie about that statement. You can't look in the mirror for 1,000 years and say, I'm thin and fit. Well, if you don't eat and you literally stand in the mirror and do nothing else for 1,000 years, you might become thin and fit. But just if looking in the mirror and saying I'm thin and fit, your subconscious mind is not going to adopt that lie. So keeping it positive, and that just means not using words like don't or not or can't. It's keeping it as if the desire is already in front of you. I'm sure you've heard all of this already before, but it's worth stating again because it's so important that we understand the power of our words. And this is what you will take into what I call your workshop when you're journaling and you're recording and you're saying, and you have a mirror and you're looking and you're talking and you're using your imagination and you're actively involved with flowing energy to your desire. You can't just talk about it once with me in a sister circle and then expect that your desire is going to come up. You can't just water your garden one time. You must take care of your garden. And your garden is your future desire. You planted these vegetables or these flowers, and that's your future desire. Well, how often, if you garden, how often do you go out there and pull weeds or put fertilizer down or fix the fence or put stakes in to hold the plants up or water it, or, right? I mean, you're constantly involved in it. And if you're good at what you're doing and you're actively involved in it and you're actively thinking about how beautiful your garden's going to be, because when you go out there, it's beautiful. You see the little sprouts and you get excited, and I can't wait for these so-and-so plants to come up or these so-and-so vegetables to show up. I'm so excited, right? You're flowing positive energy to your garden as well as doing all of the action in alignment with growing your garden. The analogy couldn't be more perfect for when we are trying to create the desire, the relationship, the money, the business, the love, the success, the career, whatever it is. You have to change the way you talk about it. So being present moment and positive, but present moment. So it takes a little bit to figure out what those words might be, which is why it's the workshop, and you go there and you hone your skill and you sharpen your talents about creating the words you're going to use. Now move on to the next one. The statement should create an overwhelming positive emotional response. The O is for overwhelming, but in a good way. Like a surprise birthday party, and it's just beautiful, and all your friends that you haven't seen in years are there for you, and it's just this beautiful space or dinner or surprise of balloons, flowers, whatever, and you're overwhelmed with joy. Most of the time when we think of the word overwhelm, we think of negative emotions, because most of the time we're feeling a negative emotion when we use the word overwhelm. But in this case, I want it to be used in a positive way. When you think and talk about your desire, if you can feel as if your desire is already in front of you, you're already in the new house, you're already experiencing the successful relationship, you're already walking to the career or walking into the job, the career that you just love, you're already looking at your bank account and you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in there. If you can go there, you can create the positive emotional response that clearly communicates with the universe what it is that you're looking for. You're using your imagination and visualization skills. And those imagination and visualization skills help to induce the emotion of already having the thing. Okay, so now we have a positive present moment statement. When we say it and we think about our desire, it creates an overwhelming positive emotion. That's a yes. You want goosebumps. You want the kind of butterflies in your stomach. You want tears behind your eyes. That is the first step in the process, is getting the words down that then manifest this physical response, this positive physical response in your body. Now you know you're doing it. That means you are in alignment with your goal. That's why it feels good, because being in alignment feels good. Okay, the W in the power process here is that it's well versed, that your statement, your intention, the words that you're using to describe the thing that you want is well versed. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that the words that you're using, when they are said, feels good. You don't have resistance. So a second ago, I said, I am a millionaire. Well, I can immediately feel the resistance to that, which is my subconscious mind, which is the power. The power of my mind is my subconscious mind. My conscious mind is where I'm at right now, just kind of talking with you, alert, awake. My subconscious mind is the most powerful part of my mind that goes out to the universe to get the thing and brings it back to me. If my subconscious mind is not in agreement or has not adopted the statement that I'm giving it, so I am a millionaire, it is not going to go out and get anything. If it is not adopting or agreeing with I am thin and fit, it is not going to create that or bring that into my existence. Okay. So that resistance is important. You have to think of it as like you're telling your best friend who is like your desire manager. You say, hey, you know what? I want you to go out and get me $1 million. And your desire manager goes, okay, I'll be back in a little bit. And off they go. So when there's resistance, you say, go out and get me $1 million. And your manager puts his feet up on your desk and laughs in your face. He ain't going anywhere. So when there's resistance, all that means is the sentence needs to be reconstructed in a way that when you say it, you don't feel resistance. You don't feel like it's a lie. So then we have to change it. We have to use different words when we are talking about. We have to use different words like, I am allowing abundance to flow into my life. I am willing to allow love into my life. I am releasing anger so that I can allow peace into my life. So we have to play with these words in a way that then, like I said, once we say them, it feels good. It feels amazing to say it out loud. And if you want a little bit more information, in season 3, episode 11, it's what to say when you talk to yourself. I talk a lot about in that episode how to work with your words and how to say the sentences in a way that your subconscious mind can agree with, because that's what you want. If you're saying statements that don't work, then it doesn't matter how many times you say it, your desire manager is still just going to sit there and laugh at you. And you don't want that to happen, because that becomes very frustrating. And a lot of people get to that point. And if they do get to that point, they generally will give up, because then they think it's not working. I will tell you this. Let me tell you this secret. If you are in alignment with what you're saying and your subconscious mind is adopting the words you're using, it will be a very short amount of time that you start seeing results and the physical world starts shifting for you. Not only will you just feel better, but things will start shifting. So here's an example. Amy and I last year, in December, we started working on our intentions and doing exactly what we're talking about, exactly what I'm talking about with you right now. Working on our intentions, changing our words. And we were coming up with these intentions about like our weight and our health and food and exercise. And it was really interesting because right away, I was saying this intention and I could feel that it kind of reminded me of a combination lock. You're like, 3, 17, 21, click. And that's how it felt. I don't know what that means. I don't know how else to explain that to you, but it was like, it just clicked into place. And I hardly had to say that intention again. And it is already showing itself. And I'll tell you what the intention is. I intend to release my sugar craving and other foods that I am unaware of that are contributing to my weight gain, to allow health and a fit body to reveal itself to me. And I'm receiving help from my guides in showing me what these foods might be. So anyway, but the first part is I intend to release the sugar craving. Because what I would do, and I think I mentioned this a couple days ago on the podcast, is what I would do is I would make lunch only if I knew what sweet thing I was going to have afterwards. So I would make lunch and then I would eat a cookie. And I was very aware of what, so it's not like I'm not eating boxes of cookies in one sitting. I would eat 1 or 2, or I would have a square of dark chocolate, or I would have, I don't know, I'm trying to think of what else, a couple pieces of candy or something like that. So, but once I locked onto what I was going to have after every meal, except breakfast, but lunch and dinner, there was always something that was drawing me back into the kitchen to eat something sweet. So I created this statement, I created this intention, and I played around with it until it felt like I was in alignment. And it did, it clicked into place. And I'm not kidding. The next day, I ate lunch and I didn't even think about having anything sweet. And then I ate dinner and I didn't go back into the kitchen to get the little ice cream sandwich or to eat a cookie, nothing. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it was just because I was sick, because we had COVID in December. Maybe it was just because I was sick. Maybe I just don't have a taste for it right now. And it went by and it went by and it went by and it went by, and day after day and week after week after week, I right now to this day, January, whatever today is, I do not have that craving / addiction. I can eat lunch and not have a cookie. I can eat dinner and not have ice cream. It's amazing. It was what a relief, but very freeing. I don't feel drawn and pulled by the sugar. So this is what I'm talking about. If you structure it in a way that your subconscious mind adopts, you will see results quickly. The next day, a couple hours later, you will feel better. Things will just start shifting for you, I promise. So if it's not shifting right away, don't keep pushing it. If it's been a month and you've been doing this for a month or 2 weeks or a long time and nothing is changing, then stop doing the words that you're using and do something different. Come up with a different sentence. And if you need more help with this, at the end of the month, January 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, I have a new program where we're going to take intentions and go really, really deep, creating custom intentions for you so you can implement all of this and walk away knowing what words are the best words for you. Okay, so well-versed and said without resistance. So you have positive and present moment statement. It creates overwhelming positive emotion. So you feel the tears, you feel the goosebumps, you feel the excitement. It's well-versed, so you can say it without any resistance. Now, it is expressed in several ways. You have probably heard that writing down your goals writes them into existence. Well, we're talking about, in this podcast episode, we're talking about speaking it into existence, but I do want you to write it down. I want you to get a notebook that is dedicated to your intentions. It could be big, small, beautiful, ugly, it doesn't matter. Journal, a notebook, whatever. But I want you to make it special. I want you to take ownership of your life shifting. And in order to do that, you have to create this environment that is desirable for you to be a part of it. So when we talk about creating your meditation space or your workshop, this is a space where I'm going to get this special chair at this desk with these cool pens and this cool journal that's going to make me excited to work on this stuff. Because this is your garden. Your garden is your life experience. And when you flow energy and life force energy towards your garden, you get to create the life that you want to live. This is the only reason that people don't live the life they want. They don't take the time. They don't take the change. They don't know what to do. So they do nothing. And they live in this life that is dark and they walk around sleepwalking and they just kind of take whatever comes their way. You are manifesting. You're manifesting right now. I'm manifesting right now. We don't stop manifesting. But the problem is that people don't take charge. They think the world happens outside of them. It doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. So the reflection of the world outside in front of you is everything that is going on inside. It is all of your energy in your body. It's your connection to yourself. It's connection to your higher self. It's a word that you're saying when you talk to yourself. So if we're going to express this in different ways, you're going to say it out loud. You're going to look in the mirror and you're going to say it. Now, I don't want you to get in the habit of reading it, because a lot of times we'll read something, but it doesn't create the emotion. So I want you to write it down so you have it. And you have all those high power words and those high emotional words in your statement. But I don't want you to just get in the habit of just reading it, because then it sounds like this. I intend to release my sugar craving and any other food addictions that contribute to my weight loss. That's boring. You just read that. So the only reason that you're writing it down is so you remember it. And you get to use those same words. And in your journal, you're going to work with different intentions and change words as it goes. I think you remember me telling you, this was quite a few episodes back, we were talking about Amy's intentions in her health, is she started out with the intention, I am willing to allow health into my life. And she would say it, and then she would say it, and we had it written down in like on the bathroom wall on a sticky note. So she would read it in the morning. Well, she said it's not very powerful, and so we just kind of kept playing with it. Well, now she says, I am allowing health into my life. And it changed it, and it felt better when she said it. So think of your words. I am open. I am willing. I am allowing. I am releasing. I am renewing my health contract, allowing health to flow through me again. So play with those words, but write them down, get them in front of you. So this is expressed in different ways. So we say them out loud, we say them in the mirror, we write them down in color marker, and decorate it a little bit and put it in the bathroom so we can see it. We place it in our car and so we can see it. But when you say it, I want you to express it as if it's already happening and you're telling somebody about your life. So R is relax and repeat. Relax and repeat. You should not say your intentions when you're feeling resistance in your life. If you're pissed off and you're going to work and you're crabby as hell and you're having a terrible morning, don't go in there and say, I'm allowing a new career into my life. You're putting the wrong energy. It's like that was like peeing on your garden. You don't want to pee on your garden. You want positive, energized, life force energy flowing towards your garden. That's what's going to make it, that's what's going to create it in the best form. So let's just go over these again. So relax and repeat is the last one. You're saying it in a way that it's already happened. I am allowing the new house to take shape that we want to move into. I am allowing the career to form in front of me. Okay, I intend. That's another powerful word if you like that word. I don't always like that word, but I've read a lot of intention books and they will say, using the word intend, you can say I intend, you can say I declare, or you can say I am. They're all very powerful, but you feel into it. So let's go over them again. The first is positive and present moment. So the statement is positive and present moment. The next one is it creates overwhelming positive emotions. You can feel them in the body. It feels good when you say the statement. The next is it's well-versed. So you're saying it, mostly this one is about any resistance. So you're going to feel in and see if it feels true. And if you're having a hard time sensing if it feels true or not, say something that is a lie and feel how your body feels. Look in the mirror and say, my name is George. Unless your name is George, don't do that. But my name is George, it doesn't, I can feel, even just giving this example to you, I can feel the resistance in my body that is an untrue statement. Okay? So when you say your statement, it should feel true. And as you say it and repeat it, you should be creating those positive, exciting emotions, tears behind your eyes, butterflies, goosebumps, something that just creates joy and love. You know, I am in a loving supportive relationship. Now that is true for me. I am in a loving, supportive relationship. I can immediately feel that in my stomach. It just kind of goes bloop, and it just has this really nice, warm sensation. And I associate that sensation with joy. Now, 15 years ago, if I were to say that, I wouldn't get that same feeling. And 25 years ago, I would say that and I'd probably get pissed off because that's just where I was in those relationships, right? Okay. The next one, the E in power, is expressed in several ways. So making sure that you're writing it down and you're reading it, but I want you to like act it out. I want you to use your imagination. I want you to close your eyes and go there as if it's already done and then shout your statement. I am a millionaire. I have a successful business and it's run with ease, whatever your statement is, to induce the emotion. You want to induce the emotion. That is the key takeaway. That, my friend, is the secret. You want to induce the emotion because when you can say something or visualize something, and it creates a physical, present moment, physical response in your body right now, you are manifesting. Keep doing that. Keep creating that emotion. That's when you go out into the world and it creates your desire. The last one is relax and repeat. relax. So do these in the morning if you're feeling that there's a little bit of resistance or you're feeling like it's not going to come true. You have to make the choice that your words are physical. Your words have physical power. They will go out and create the world. There is no other way. There's no other way. This is how you create your life, is by your words and by your thoughts, using your imagination to fuel it. To me, it's like using your words and your thought is kind of like putting the hose that's like using a watering can. But when you create the emotion, that is putting out the automatic sprinkler with fertilizer. Okay? So those are creating a powerful intention using the acronym POWER, POWER. I hope you got something out of today's podcast episode. I do hope that you will join me in our New Year, New You program, where we're going to be talking about intentions and flowing energy and overcoming limiting beliefs as we say those intentions. At the end of those 4 days, you will come away with a very, very clear idea on how to use your words, what to do on a daily basis, how to overcome resistance and limiting beliefs when you come up with new desires and new goals, and how to overcome those beliefs, and how to use your visualization and imagination to create positive emotions, to really manifest and really speak your desires into physical existence. If you liked this episode and look forward to future episodes, please consider making a small monthly donation to help support this podcast. If you are looking for a community to join and have more access to me, then consider one of the following platforms. Chakras for Beginners is an energy-based community that is highly active and growing every day. Lady Rising is a sistership community where the focus is on spiritual support and connection. We hold monthly calls and talk about topics such as today's episode. We also have an online store where you can meet your meditation and chakra needs with products for your journey. You can visit us at www.themeditationroomtc.com. Thank you for joining me and being a valued listener.